7 wives, 1 sultan, and almost none of them got a happy ending. Today, we're going through the chart, wife by wife, and I promise the last one's story will surprise you. So this is Orhan Bey, the second Ottoman Sultan, the guy who took his father's small territory and turned it into a real kingdom. And look at this chart right here, 7 lines coming off him, each one leading to a wife, and each one tells a completely different story. Let's start on the left with the one line that actually says, love marriage. Her name is Nilüfer Hatun, and out of all 7, she's the only one Orhan actually chose himself. Everyone else was picked for politics. Here's her backstory. She was captured as a young bride during a castle siege. Her real wedding got completely wrecked, and instead she ended up marrying Orhan. She converted to Islam, and honestly, this is the marriage that changed Ottoman history forever. Why? Because her son became Murad I, the next sultan. That makes her the very first Valid Sultan, basically the first Ottoman queen mother ever. She lived a long life, funded mosques, and passed away decades after Orhan. Next, we have Asporça Hatun. This one's labeled political marriage, and that's exactly what it was. She came from Byzantine nobility, and while nobody's totally sure if she converted, she was known for one thing: charity. She looked after villages, helped the poor, that kind of legacy. But her story turns dark fast. Her son, Ibrahim Bey, tried to claim power after Orhan died, and Murad I had him executed to protect his own throne. Asporça died the same year, right after losing her son. Brutal timing. Then there's Theodora Kakuzini, and this is probably the most political marriage of them all. Her father was literally a Byzantine emperor, and this wedding happened purely to lock in an alliance during a Byzantine civil war. But here's the twist. Theodora made one condition before saying yes. She would never convert to Islam. And she kept that promise her entire life. After Orhan died, her own son Halil got dragged into the succession war, was captured, and executed. Theodora went back to Constantinople, and honestly, her last years were rough. She even got caught up in a palace conspiracy before she died. Now we move to Eftandize Hatun, also known as 𝐇𝐢𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐢𝐜𝐚𝐥 𝐃𝐈. This marriage was about something totally different: tribal politics, uniting different Turkish clans under one banner. Historians actually argue about her exact family background, but everyone agrees on this. She stayed out of all the drama. No power struggles, no executions tied to her name. She just lived quietly in Bursa. Sometimes that's the safest place to be in royal history, completely out of the spotlight. Then there's Malik Hatun, and if I'm honest, history barely wrote anything down about her. We know she had a daughter, Sultan Hatun, born around 1324. Beyond that, almost nothing survives, which honestly says a lot. Being forgotten by the history books might have been the least dramatic outcome any of these women got. Next up is Bali Hatun. Same story, really. Connected to Byzantine royalty, the Palaiologos family, but her actual fate just isn't recorded anywhere. No drama, no tragedy that we know of, just silence in the records. And finally, we come to Theodora II. And this one genuinely stops people when they hear it. She was the daughter of a Serbian prince, and she married Orhan when she was just 12 years old. 12. That's how political marriages worked back then. Kids were literally used to seal alliances between kingdoms. There's barely any further record of her life after that, which honestly makes it even sadder, because we don't even know how her story ended. So if you zoom out and look at the whole chart together, 1 love marriage and 6 political ones, tied to Byzantine emperors, Serbian princes, and Turkish tribal leaders. And when Orhan died in 1362, this wasn't just a family. It turned into a succession war. Murad I moved fast, and 2 of his half-brothers, Ibrahim and Halil, were executed within the same year just to secure his throne. That's the real cost hiding behind royal marriages back then. It wasn't really about romance. It was about armies, borders, and survival. And these 7 women were right in the middle of it, whether they wanted to be or not. So out of all 7 wives on this chart, which story hit you the hardest? Drop it in the comments. And if you want, I'll break down what happened to each of Orhan's sons next because trust me, that story gets even wilder.